Hello. I want to try and do this casual recording of me planning my work, my projects for the next 6 months, let's say. I have multiple projects in mind, and now that I am done completely with the latest release, books and volume from my manga Grey is, and I'm done with the character popularity poll yesterday. I also have one project that was cancelled. I had a talk scheduled in abroad in August, but that is gone as well. So right now I have a clearer view on what projects I have or what things I want to focus on for the rest of the year. Now, before I start, I want to talk a little bit about because I always wanted to do, and I was always requested to talk about how I organize my time, because I do a lot of things. I do take care of a lot of things as a one-person business owner while creating my manga, which is in itself is a lot of work. And I found a good system and a good way to organize my time, to handle my time. And it's pretty easy, nothing too big, nothing too complicated. It's just that I always try to keep three projects in mind. Three projects in mind, and one of them has high priority, and it's definitely the manga creation or manga printing or whatever. And then two on the side that are smaller. And I try to make them like there's a little bit diversity in terms of creativity. Like I wouldn't put three projects that are high in creativity because of the mental labor. So for example, right now I do want to revamp my website that has a little bit of creativity. It's not the same as, it's a mental creativity more than artistic creativity. I want to say that the way I go about things is after I decide what three projects, and I'm gonna do listing of the projects here. I always have to work by hand because I don't know. There's more soul when you put down your thoughts on paper. And this is like the notebook. It's almost filled up. And I just use, like, I remember I was working on Colosso last year. This is last year. Colosso course, the expo exhibition. I have some ideas for stories like Dad's autobiography. Some of the 4 I drew of my niece. She wrote the script for the comic, and I just have to draw it. It's just our memories together. And still, some stuff are still ongoing. We have clippings, we have setup, because I do want to do a video on my setup, my room studio. So this is a doodle by my nephew, I guess. So first thing I do, I want to list. So I choose three projects. So I'm going to be listing the projects I have in mind. But before I continue, I have a few tiny notebooks. I don't think the rest are here. Actually, there is one here, right here. This is how I usually go about my days. So when I wake up and I'm done with my morning routine, I just list down things, and I break them as smaller in period or in mental labor or in, I just break any big task into smaller tasks, and I list them. So it's like sketching, for example, illustration sketching for mom's book. This is one of the projects that I'm still working on. And I break down how many illustrations I have. Reply to emails, for example, I just list them by name. It's not like reply to emails. I write reply to friend, reply to business, reply to, even like you see, tidy room and laundry. Because first, I'm tricking myself into feeling more productive than I really am. Sometimes I probably can find one where I just wrote, take a bath. There it is. Take bath, tidy. There is trim nails somewhere. So sometimes I put these very, like, they don't take much in their daily necessities. So what the hell? But at the same time, They do take time. For example, bath for me ruins my how do I say it? My progression throughout the day, because after a bath, I really feel tired. I need a nap. That's just how my body rolls. Like babies, I guess, or old people. I don't know. So yeah, Colosso. Even like the same. I had this big project Colosso. I would, like, for example, lesson 7, lesson 15, these are lessons like 15, 17, 18. These are easier lessons, or a lesson that has to do with drawing one single illustration. So they work together. Maybe 16 is one that has like talking in it or needs a script. So I kind of break things down in a way that makes it easier on my brain. Like I just have this thing. One. Two is I break down my day into sections. So generally speaking, my day is broken down into sections by my prayers, daily prayers. There are 5 daily prayers. I'm a Muslim, so there are 5 daily prayers. And I kind of work my day around these prayers because they're related to time. So dawn, noon, afternoon, sunset, and night prayer. That is how my day generally is sectioned. But then even for each period, I do divide my work into 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes, depending on each task. So some tasks, for example, when I talk about the project, like some of the projects that I'm going to list here are ones that have been on hold and ongoing for so long. So these are always the most tedious to get back to and commit. So what I do is, for example, my mom's book, it's been ongoing for so long and it always got like put on hold for other reasons that are related to projects where I'm working with another person, or that is related to, that is connected to a certain time period, a certain date or something. So because I feel this this lack of motivation, I don't have any motivation to go back to that one because it keeps like going on and off on it, and that's always the reason where I lose interest in any project. Like I do have 2 clippings that I will drag myself towards as well, because I've been working on them on and off for years now, and this is why for those I'll put 30 minutes. Like I'll just work on them for 30 minutes, even if I know that this certain task, one illustration for my mom's book or proofreading the book, is going to be faster than, like, I'll finish it in less or in more. I'll just put 30 minutes, do one illustration. So I don't ask too much of myself. And something about turning on a timer and start working keeps me inside the task. And suddenly when if I'm really demotivated to finish it, once the clock rings, I just drop it and move on. But these small 30 minutes daily or every other day, they do accumulate. They do progress the project, and you find yourself motivated again and excited to finish it. It's like being productive is really an addiction. So yeah, that's probably it. Like there is nothing. I decided to like, when you look at this, it's, yeah, inspiring, wow, stuff like that. But let me be real for a second. This is January 7th, 2025, and this is December 24th. And then I dropped the ball. Like, this is funny because after December 31st, I was going with December 32nd. I don't know. So I was just making fun of myself. But as you can see, I kind of dropped the ball when January rolled in. So I was really on a winning streak in 2025. But then 2026 happened and I was just doing well until Javi, my pet rabbit, got sick. I even wrote it, I think. Yeah. Life really stopped with this sickness, huh? With his sickness. Between Javi's death and printer work. Yeah, I was printing books as well. Trailer work, releases work, and Reem's visit, my sister's visit. My days were mute. Mute? Is that mute? I think. So I kind of lumped in January as a whole together. And I thought that I'm gonna do better in February, but look at this. From January 31st to April 19th, there's nothing in between. I was doing stuff. If I think about it, I was printing, I was releasing, I was doing streams, but I wasn't myself. Like this is not me. If I don't write down things to finish daily, I'm not doing well generally. So I tried again in April 19th. I tried again in April 20. I started in 20, but then I forgot about it again. So I kind of, I was working, but I wasn't writing down what I'm doing. So I just added the until 30. And then May, I said like, I remember I recorded a video similar to this one, 10 days of May. Finished writing chapter 88, finished mom's illustrations. So I was thinking that in May I will sort out my life again, but that didn't happen either, because May 1st I did some stuff, but then what else did I do? 2-3 and then 4-12. So I started going with weeks or periods because yeah, I couldn't just commit to it, and all the way to May, and I even forgot about May 29 and 30. We're now in mid-June. So I think now that I'm done with working on the popularity poll, kind of put me in that mind state again. I didn't write down stuff. I did have on my notes app like this this list of things like I need to finish for the popularity poll. So I'm excited now to just see how, like, hopefully I'll commit this time around. If I don't, it's not really a problem. I'll try again. But for now, the projects I have in mind are, of course, more than anything, is volume 11. And I do have a rough plan for it. I started writing. I finished chapter 80. And I finished writing chapter 81. And I have the plan for chapter 82. The thing is, volume 11 is kind of like a wild card because there is no arc, there is no place I want to end at. I'm gonna go just with the flow from here on out until more things shape up in the story. So it could be like it will finish at any time. I wouldn't go the usual route of trying to end at a certain point in each book. Like I'll definitely still give some kind of conclusion, but the idea is I want to try and be faster and just don't make it a big deal with every release, you know? I don't know, just the plan for now. So I'm taking it one chapter at a time. I'm done with chapter 80 and I want to release that soon. I'm not sure when. Chapter 81, we need the storyboarding and sketching maybe. This is it for now. Now, another thing I have in mind is website revamp. I do want to revamp the website before the story comes back. Something for the archive. I was thinking of a gallery, about page. And this is not now homepage more than anything. Homepage. Yes, homepage is the biggest thing. Now, Mom's book. Mom's book, I feel like I'm procrastinating finishing this one because if I finished it, it means I have to print it and I don't feel like printing. But we'll see. I think where's my mom's book? I wonder how many this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 illustrations left. Cover art. One last check. Now, another thing I have in mind is Manga Kingdom Tottori contest entry. I made the plan to submit an entry that is 4 comma entry. And it's going to be about black and fashion. The deadline is at August, I think 31st, but I'm not sure. So when I have certain projects in mind for now, my mother, there is no deadline, but I do want to finish it. It has to be printed and done and all that before December. My mom's birthday is in December. I do have manga solo exhibition plan also set for August. I do have to talk with them again about the dates. And we do have clippings. I do want to work on clippings. I want to finish, not like complete back with schedule and all that, because I did try that sometime before. See, I have clippings plan empty. I wanted to make the whole plan like for 20 episodes ahead and stuff like that, and stream every Tuesday, as I said. But right now, because I do have other projects, I just want to finish. First, I need to share popularity poll results and interviews on Webtoon. I have Inad's studying abroad clipping. I have Return of the Orca. And I have, there's a third one. I don't remember. Let's leave it at that for now. Now, stream plans, generally speaking, I do have 2 stream plans. Like, let's say stream plans. These are not like for the schedule, but I've had this idea of, we have stream plans. We have one, gray is extra content. Discord. And one, gray is blog, website. One, gray is clippings, but this is until I decide, until schedule is set. And stream plans that are not gray is related is studying manga. I had this plan, I already written all of the plan. I just have to sit down and check the actual 3 manga that I chose for this. Studying manga. There are 3 titles that I wanna go over. They are from different demographic, different feelings, different looks. I just wanna go over scene from each, and each of these manga I picked because I know nothing about, but they have been on my radar for a long time, so I wanna just check them. But from a creator's perspective, trying to studying them, I don't know, if it's presentation, maybe layout, composition, paneling, stuff like that. So it's just a test, like it's a test thing to do. If it works, I can just visit more manga or talk about manga I loved, like choose pages. Maybe you can suggest pages, stuff like that. This is the thing that I really want to test. Now, YouTube plan. Before that, one of the stream plans as well. Let's do it like this because I want to start here. One of the stream plans is streaming the entirety of contest entry. Like work on it as a whole on stream. YouTube plans, I do need to, if this video isn't really that well, I do want to proper time organizing video and setup / studio video. Now, the one last thing I have in mind, the behemoth next to volume 11 is November 16th anniversary. So the deadline is November. I want to, before November, I want to choose 30 screen caps. I want to plan. So the popularity poll stream was really fun, was really successful. But I feel like if I start with the unofficial tournament, yeah, the unofficial tournament thing, it will kind of, I feel like it will drain me and people won't be able to be there every Saturday. But if I attach it to November, I can like have 3 Saturdays. Even if like if the story is updating, it could be 3 Sundays. Why do they share the same S? Where we can play around with the unofficial tournament thing. It can be fun to do predictions and stuff like that, but like after 5 months from what we've done yesterday. So I do have this thing, the 16th anniversary. Let's say illustration from now. 16 is anniversary illustration. So what I'm doing here is I want to list these and plan for them ahead. Like for the 16th anniversary, if I just come up with a composition, for example, a thumbnail or the placement of the characters, it will be done. I can work on it before the November 30th. Choose 30 screen caps as well. Like I can, if the way I think I'm gonna do it is maybe not now, maybe in September. I'm just listing them so I can always see them. But I can be like in September, 30 screen caps. September is 30 days. So every day I just have to pick one screen cap and like arrange it in the format with the, like write the subtitles and decide if I want to change anything in it, maybe decide the colors. It depends on how long it takes. But at this point, I've become fast with these screen caps. But it would be great to have that ready and just in November work on the drawing each day. Plan on an official tournament. This thing is almost done, actually. It's 70% done because I entertained the idea and thought about it and the brackets and all that. We already have the fighters. So I just have to think of I'm going to promote it, the composition of like, let's say this is it. It's going to be like character A and character B, how I'm going to draw them, if I want to go with the theme for the clothing or each character is their own theme. It can be fun to just have like one drawing and here are the polls. Vote for who you think is gonna win, and we can go with like first and then quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the finals. The finals can be in November. You know what? I need to check. Do we have 4 Saturdays in November? We should, right? November Saturdays, we have 7, 14, yes, 21 and 28. So November 30th is, it will be a Monday. So we can have fun, like we can have the celebration for the anniversary on November and White's birthday. And have the tournament on the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. And the biggest thing is the birthday clipping. I need this written. I have it I decided, but if I want to change, decided, written, storyboarded. From there, if I have this ready before November, from there in November, I will have each day one clipping to finish, to finalize, and like a bunch of panels to work on. This is how I roll, because thankfully it's November 30th is the deadline, November 30th. So it's almost like it's December, you know? So once I have, like, imagine there are 100 panels. So every day I have to finish one screen cap and 30 panels. No, 3 panels, no? 3 to 4 panels each day. I will end up with 100 and like between 90 to 100 panels, which is the kind of the minimum of a long episode in Webtoon. So these are, I think, do I have something else? I'm thinking of going on a trip next week to mark the finality of my arc with volume 10 and Jevi's death. Let me be like, because I do plan to get another rabbit, but I kind of need to close that door because I kind of feel like I'm still in that place where whenever I feel I want to get a rabbit, I can't because I want Jevi back. It's not that I want a rabbit, I want Jevi. He has such a personality. So I might go on a trip. A lot of the planning actually can go in this trip. Even though I do draw on the run, I rather draw by hand with pen, just these sketches I do, this travel log I have. Yeah, I always take my iPad or something to draw and finish work on the run. But I eventually just draw by hand from real life. So it could be good because this trip is going to be transit and I was like, there's a layover of maybe 2.5 hours in an airport. So I can do a lot of the planning part, writing part in this. Right now, my biggest, like the top priority of all these is Mom's book. Let's go with Mom's book. The exhibition, of course, chapter 81. I can work on these in, again, I can't tell, but it's in trip, like, but these things I can, between August and September, I can work on the November plan. I can just put it in a box and put it aside. That, like, this is why it's important to write it down and put it all, because you understand better. They are not just tabs open in your brain that you can't see or touch. They are actually in front of your face with like dates and deadlines, and then you know how to shift them. We're still in June, mid-June, yes, but we have till November. I have a lot, so I can just close that tab or save that tab for later. And for now, these 3 big things that I have to finish. My mom's book doesn't have that much, so once I'm done with that, I'll probably go to revamping the website. The manga Kingdom Tottery is a thing that I plan to stream, so this could work together. I do want to do the studying manga stream. But yeah, I don't want to make it longer than, I don't know how long. But yeah, that's how I go about planning. And I kind of feel, I've been feeling restless every day. And I kind of feel like it's clearer now that I have everything on paper. The thing is, I'm gonna be real. The thing is, I think ahead and I break things apart and I don't ask too much of myself. Like, for example, right now, because I'm free, I'm going with 3 projects. But I think for July, I will pick 2 projects only because my siblings are coming over. So I gotta be realistic and not ask too much of myself. If I was able, and I will have like a 3rd project that is just hanging to the side. If I find I have time, and usually I do have more time when they come because I kind of become obsessed and too focused, hyper focused on finishing stuff because I don't know how the day is gonna go with kids around. So I wake up earlier, I work more, and I go into deep work better. But generally speaking, I plan and I decide to go with 2 projects, and whenever I have time, I just squeeze in the 3rd one. But yeah, it's easier to have it like this, and some will change. Like maybe other projects. I do have a release in June, I think. Still, I'm not sure, but there is a release or some announcement in June that is going to happen, and I don't know how that will affect if I want to draw something, if I want. But so far, these are my plans. I have them in front of me. Hopefully, we get to see them come to life together. And I hope this helps you. Try it. It's really fun and easier on the brain when you see what you have to do and have it broken down into smaller tasks. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You can think ahead. Like if you have a big project in December, you can think ahead and plan stuff like that and cut it into smaller bits that is easier for the brain to digest, and you can then attach it to 30 minutes, to periods of 30 minutes. But in the end, I know that when the deadline approaches, like if I'm working for the contest, I can start in June and start working in smaller chunks and stuff. But once I'm like around August 20, sometimes I just hyper focus on that and drop everything else because I just want it out of my system. And this is what I'm going to do with my mom's book, for example. I'm going to start slow because I'm demotivated and I have to remember what a joy it brings me. But until then, like once I hit that point and I'm connected with it again, I will kind of maybe easy on this, the exhibition thing, and focus more on the book to finish it and get it out of my system. It's always the case. That's always how it happens. So yeah, this is again why it's nice to have a little bit of room and smaller tasks to finish so you can connect to a project and then maybe just to kickstart things, you know? Anyway,